Hi everyone, welcome to Newcastle Fans TV. We're going to need a couple of translators here, mate, because we've got a Scouser and we've got a Geordie, so be prepared, everyone. I've got Chris Pajak from the Redmen TV. How are you doing, man? You all right?
I'm all right, Lee. Thanks for having me on, mate.
Hi, champion. Thank you for coming on as well. Right, big game this Saturday night, live on BT Sport. Us against yous. You know, there's a lot of connections down the years. Just how we're going to talk. We're going to be talking about the game, how you see it and how I see it, really, and we'll have a chat about it. So I just want to talk about connections because there's always seems to be like a connection between us and yous, and it's not just the football. You talk about the city, and you talk about the nightlife and the women. But just talking about women, you know, you talk about Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain's when his girlfriend's obviously a joke.
I was going to say, where was this going?
Don't worry, I'm coming on to something. But you know, you look at the connections inside your football club. You like to have got the James Milner as well. Gini Wijnaldum. Has he scored a home goal yet for you?
Home goals, yeah. Away goals, no.
All right. Because he's never scored an away goal for us. But, you know, you look at obviously our side as well. We've got Javier Manquillo returning. You know, you've got John Joe Shelby. You can see where I'm going with this now, can't you? Yeah. And, of course, the main man, the god, Rafa Benitez. Again, he's going to get a massive ovation, isn't he, when he steps out and the crowd's going to get wild, aren't they?
Yeah, they listen, we still love him here, mate. He brought the European Cup home for the fifth time, didn't he? And, you know, he wins the FA Cup the year later. We come second in 2008, 2009. Everybody appreciates what he's done. But it's not just what he did for the football club on the pitch, it's what he's done off the pitch, you know. He's still got a house over on the Wirral. I think his kids still go to school over on the Wirral, just you know, 10, 15 minutes away from Liverpool city centre. And you know, he gave huge donation to the Hillsborough Family Support Group and asked apparently for no recognition of it whatsoever. So I don't know how that's got leaked out, but he's continued to do good stuff in the community for years and years after leaving Liverpool Football Club. It's not that he's just a great manager, it's that he's a great person as well. And that's what Liverpool and Scousers love about him more than anything.
I can only echo that. He does exactly the same for our foundation as well. He was out on the training pitch, you know, in his shorts yesterday trying to be a Geordie and all of that. But I think both sets of fans absolutely love him because he's given us, you know, hope. And now we've got a dodgy owner. We want the owner out and everything. But for the first time since Bobby Robson, we've actually got genuine hope that maybe if money was chucked at it, we could potentially be, you know, just outside the top six. That's
he's the right man for the job. You know, he's got the experience and he understands how to do it. And unfortunately for Rafa, the one thing that has plagued him throughout his career since leaving Valencia is he's picked bad clubs. And what I mean by that is not bad clubs, but bad ownerships of clubs. You know, Liverpool were in absolute turmoil towards the end of his reign. Inter Milan, the ownership there has been terrible for years. He went into Chelsea where you've not got an owner that's going to back you.
Won a trophy there, didn't he?
Yeah, he won the Europa League there and they still hate him, but that's for what he did for us because he achieved more with us than he did with them, obviously. But he's just had really bad luck with owners, and unfortunately it looks like it's the same with Mike Ashley, but I just hope, I know you're only 2 points above the drop and stuff, but for him and for the club, to be honest, because massive club is Newcastle, and I hope that he does it for him, you know, and he manages to stay up and he stays at Newcastle longer than Mike Ashley, because given the funds, the guy deserves more opportunities to really manage at the top level, and I think if he's given the right funds, he'll be able to turn Newcastle into a force again.
Oh, we hope that, you know, we say this every week. You talk about Mike Ashley, Newcastle fans, and it goes on and on and on. Everybody's got an opinion on the bloke, and you know, let's talk about the game. Let's try and get off the political side of things. Tell us about your recent form. You know, since we last played you guys, you know, we grabbed a point, and then I just remember you. Then it was just in mid October. Then you start blitzing teams, and you know, and what's really impressed me recently was that 5-0 win away at Port in the Champions League. I mean, that stood out for me. I was like, oof.
Yeah, I think just after we played you, or was it just before, we got beaten by Tottenham, didn't we, convincingly? And since then, I believe it's been something like 19 games, 13 wins, 5 draws and 1 loss. And it's been absolutely incredible. And the football that we've been playing has been absolutely majestic at times. You know, everyone will tell you about the front three, and you'll have seen the front three. That's what it's like at the moment. And those players are all scoring goals in the last 3 games. So what you're looking at, West Ham, Porto, Southampton. Mane scored 4. Firmino scored 2, I think, and Salah's scored 3, maybe Firmino scored 3 as well. I mean, we're just racking up goals at the moment, and those 3 players have created 19 chances in the last 3 games between them. It's something like 2 assists between them, it's like 9 goals, something like that, and you're talking about a 3-game span, and that's what this Liverpool side are doing at the moment, and we're blitzing teams, and we're incredible to watch, and we're not getting the recognition I don't believe that we deserve, and that's for one reason and one reason only, that Manchester City is so good this year, they're on another level.
Can you sing, Chris?
No.
Go on, you know what's coming, don't you?
No. Not for me.
Come on,
not for me, mate. Not for me. That is not for me. I'll sing it, and I will not sing that song. I've never sung that song. Listen, fair play to the guy who made it. Brilliant. You've managed to get something out of it, and I completely back the idea of going out there and doing something for yourself and that, but it's just not for me, like.
Damn. I'll get you one day. Right. So, now obviously you're talking about those front 3, and everyone talks about the week in, week out, and it's a fabulous front 3, and they could probably walk in any side in the Premier League. Even Manchester City, probably 2 out of the 3 probably would as well. But, you know, we done a video last night on our channel, and I was quite criticised because I said, and I've said this numerous of times, that your defence and your goalkeeper is always letting you down is the issue. I know you brought in Van Dijk, but has he come in and made us look a lot better, or is it still subset problems at the back?
I think the problem we've got at the back at the moment is we don't have a commanding goalkeeper. I think this Liverpool side's looked much better with Van Dijk, and he himself is almost imperious. He's absolutely one of the best centre-backs I've ever seen, and you know, it's different when you watch it. Listen, I don't watch 90 minutes of football of every team in the Premier League. I watch 90 minutes of Liverpool every single week, and I watch the other team, and generally speaking, I might catch one big game a week, or I watch Match of the Day, but I don't really judge players off Match of the Day because I don't think you can. Virgil van Dijk though has been really good. I watch every game back on the Monday after the game and don't look at the ball. I look at other things, and you know, I do a stats and tactics show weekly on the Redmen website, and we break down things. And last week I broke down Van Dijk's game, and some of the stuff that he's doing is absolutely incredible. His body position, as he's running off men and stuff like that, it's incredible, and the leadership that he's shown on the pitch and is talking to other people around there. So I do think Liverpool have improved. I think we've got a long way to go. You know, we push both of our fullbacks really high up the pitch, and one of the things is for Liverpool that over the last few years is our 2 centre-backs have not been very good in spacely, and you know, we've had Dejan Lovren, we've had Matip, we've had Saka, and blah, blah, blah. What happens is when these lads get pulled out into right back and left back position covering for the fullbacks, they're just not good in space. Van Dijk is. Matip and Lovren, still a little bit like that about who's going to start this weekend, and they're a weakness, to be honest. Lovren can lose his head, has lost his head many times. Matip, he's a bit passive for a defender for my liking. He doesn't like that physical challenge, and the goalkeepers, he's in good form the last month, maybe 6 weeks since he's come back in.
Yeah,
but he doesn't fill everyone with huge amounts of confidence.
Are you still worried that he has that error in him?
Yeah, I think so. I think we saw last season that he has been a bit error prone, and you know, maybe we're treating him a little bit unfairly because since he's come back in, since you know Klopp made him the #1 goalkeeper, he's been really, really good. But there's always that thing at the back of your mind, isn't there? It's very difficult with a goalkeeper. I like him. I do. I think the way that he plays on the front foot on the edge of his penalty area means our defence can move 10 yards further forward. It means he's a little bit of a sweeper keeper and stuff, and I think our defence plays better because of that. I don't think he's as good a shot stopper as Simon Mignolet, but I do think the team's performing better for it.
Let's talk about the game then, because we're talking about how you're going to push your full-backs up. Now I'm expecting you to 70%, 80% possession. I'm expecting Rafa to be very compact, very deep. You know, we showed it against even earlier on the season. We just need that one chance to split your defence, and I know it's fortunate that Hosler scored, but I think we'll be very compact, very deep. We showed against Man United. Are you expecting Rafa to set in like that 2 banks of 4, or will he go for the wing-back system and just try and frustrate you? But the problem that I've got with that is you've got players who can just go like that, turn it on, turn your man, Salah top corner. Yeah,
it's funny, isn't it? Like, you know, I don't know whether you'll play, 3 at the back, 5 at the back, or 4 at the back, whatever. But regardless, there's going to be 2 banks of defenders. You're going to be playing a low block, aren't you? And it's up to us to go and grind that result out. Now, we've seen just last week against West Ham, we're starting to play well first half. We dominate the possession. We have a few shots. It's all good. But that 46-minute to 60-minute period is where we've scored most of our goals this season, especially at Anfield. We saw it against Huddersfield. We went in 0-0 against them. We beat them 3-0 at Anfield. And what we're doing is we're really prodding and probing first half and looking to tire the team out. And second half, we come out fast and we look to score a goal pretty early, and then we turn it on when you have to sort of come out and chase the game. Rafa's a great manager. I know more than anybody, he can set up a team to win. I mean, listen, he won a European Cup in 2005 with half a team of jokers, so he knows how to win one-off games of football. And if there is a man that we're a little bit scared of, it is Rafa Benitez and his tactical acumen.
So let's before I get a score prediction off you, how the game's going to go. Quick thoughts on: do you think we can stay up?
Of course. You're 2 points ahead of the drop now, aren't you? I think you've only had 2 defeats in 2018. I think I'm right in saying Manchester City and Chelsea are the 2 defeats. You beat Man United a week ago. You're actually starting to become hard to beat again since the turn of the year. It's draws since then and stuff, isn't it? So, you need to pick up those 3 points every now and again. Hopefully this weekend won't be one of those games, but ultimately, Rafa Benitez is a top quality manager, and maybe he doesn't have the tools at his disposal right now, but I do think that he will keep Newcastle up.
Gives a score prediction then.
3-0 Liverpool.
I say I'm not very confident either. I think we'll get beat 3-1. I think we'll score.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, I'd love to try and keep I think for us, it's just come away with a bit of pride, keep the goal difference down. So try and hopefully, I'm hopeful, but I just can't say with that front three of yours as well. But that has been it. Thank you very much, Chris, for coming on the channel as well. If you want to see me over at Chris's channel, I'll be popping over there as well, and the link is in the description for the Redmen boys as well. Cheers, see you later. Ta-ra, bye.